This start was quite strange. Glasnow went 5 in the third. He gave up 3 earned runs. He had 4 walks, but he did have 6 strikeouts. Glasnow, other than the second inning, was really good this game. For the majority of this start, Glasnow had his stuff. His fastball looked great. The velo looked pretty solid today. The curveball looked amazing today. The curveball was extremely nasty, had a lot of depth. The slider was also pretty good. It got a couple of outs. It got a couple of whiffs, and you like to see that out of the slider. And also the mechanics looked good as well. He got a little bit more athleticism, a little bit more extension in that windup as well, which is nice to see. Problem with the start was Glasnow's rhythm. He had a pitch clock violation which led to a walk. However, it did lead to a double play, which was fine. Still, Glasnow was dealing with some rhythm issues. He was dealing with some clock issues, which you do not like to see. However, we all know Glasnow, he missed most of spring training with that oblique. He's probably still getting used to the clock, but still, you do not like to see that, especially if it's going to lead to walks and other issues, which you saw flare up in the second inning. Because in that second inning, Glasnow started to have issues with the bottom of the A's order. The A's are one of the worst teams in baseball, and yes, they were on a hot streak, which, by the way, Glasnow ended that hot streak. But still, it's one of the worst lineups in the league, and it's the bottom of their order. You should be able to deal with them, but today, Glasnow just didn't have it against the bottom of the order. Now, I will say, there was a couple unlucky events that happened to Glasnow, a couple of bloop hits, a couple of, hits that probably shouldn't have been hits, but you know what? When you leave a fastball down in the middle of the plate to JJ Bleday, he's going to hit a home run on that most of the time. And that's exactly what happened to Glasnow. He left the fastball, I think it was like 96 miles per hour, right down the cup for JJ Bleday, and he sent that to right center. And if you're Glasnow, you just do not want to have issues with the bottom of the order. Those are guys you need to get out because the top of the order is pretty decent for the A's. However, after that inning, Glasnow looked really sharp in the third, fourth, and fifth innings. Glasnow looked extremely sharp, and I think in the fifth inning it was a pretty quick inning as well, 1, 2, 3. In the sixth inning, he did get a strikeout, but he did lose a bit of that control. Luckily, he was helped out by the bullpen. Thompson came in there and cleaned up the dirty work for Tyler Glasnow, so that was pretty good. No, this is just a weird start because you would assume Glasnow would dominate the A's. He dominated every other team. I mean, the Rangers he did good against, the Red Sox he did good against, he even did solid against the Dodgers in his first start. But today against the Athletics, it just looked pretty off in the second inning. Now, again, he did really good in every other inning, but still, you don't want to be getting rocked by the bottom of the A's order. So this start did rise Glasnow's ERA up to 3.43, but Glasnow still was able to get the win. He was still able to pitch with the lead and still keep and maintain the lead, which is fine. And the one thing I really can take away from the start is Glasnow was getting a lot of whiffs on that curveball, and the sequencing was perfect. And that's what you want to see out of Glasnow, that sequencing, getting people to chase and to check swing on your curveball, on your slider, and get people to look at that fastball and change up their eye level. However, I will say Glasnow, he does have an issue holding runners. Obviously, he's a 6'8", long, lengthy dude. Obviously, he extends a lot going to the mound, so obviously it's going to take a little bit longer for the ball to get to the plate, which means a guy like Echeverry Ruiz, who got on base on a slider, really weak hit. I mean, Echeverry Ruiz put a good bat on the ball, but still, I didn't think that was a great swing. But Echeverry Ruiz, when he got on first base, he was able to sway Glasnow. He got Glasnow to 2 disengagements, and that means if Glasnow threw over again, Glasnow would have got hit with the balk, and Echeverry Ruiz would have automatically advanced to second base. So Echeverry Ruiz was able to steal second and then steal third because Glasnow had 2 disengagements. If Glasnow could find a way to hold runners, that would be perfect because obviously he gets hit hard a little bit, which he did show that today, especially like that JJ Bleday home run. There's a couple hits he did get hit a bit hard on, but they were also flyouts as well. The defense helped him a lot this game as well. Got a lot of double plays on that slider. Glasnow, if he can hold runners, it would be perfect because obviously he's going to allow guys on base. So if there's a speed guy like Echeverry Ruiz, you do not want him distracting you. So if you could hold the runner, if you can get the ball quicker to the plate, it would be a lot easier for Glasnow to help hold the runners. But it's a bit tough, especially with his frame. Overall, I found this to be a pretty good start from Tyler Glasnow. I just think that second inning was killer for the start. Luckily, Glasnow bounced back. He looked really, really good the rest of the start, other than, you know, the 6th inning losing a bit of control, but still he was able to get a strikeout in the inning as well, so that's okay. Glasnow will be the 2024 Cy Young, and I'm telling you this right now. So if you want to hear more about Tyler Glasnow and MLB in general, maybe some MLB The Show content as well, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on all notifications. It would be really appreciated so you get notified for every Glasnow video, every stream, every YouTube video, other than, you know, Glasnow as well. It would be really appreciated. I love you all. I thank you guys for watching. Tyler Glasnow's to go, and I appreciate you guys for showing love on this series. I love making it because Glasnow's my favorite player in the league, obviously. So yeah, I love you all. Thank you for watching. Peace.